Let's bring in Kurt Warner, Hall of Famer. Got a movie out called American Underdog. Apparently acting like a Hollywood star. Shows up late. So typical. Hey, Hollywood, how are you?
What's going on, my man? I apologize. Lots going on. Got my times mixed up, so I apologize for that.
Do you have final say-so in that movie? Final approval?
Yeah, I wouldn't say final say, but definitely had a say. It was a collaborative effort. We got to everything from writing the script to being on set and doing some of the different scenes. We had a lot of input, but at the same time, we had a good team that at times sat back and said, "Nope, that's a bad idea. We're not going to listen to that one." So they probably helped us from screwing up the movie, trying to get some of the stuff that we wanted in it. But a great team, and we're excited about this movie and everybody getting a chance to see it.
I'll give the full introduction based on the true story of Kurt Warner, American Underdog, in theaters everywhere on Christmas Day. Also on Christmas Day, Kurt's working. He'll be calling the Colts and the Cardinals kickoff at 8:15 Eastern exclusively on NFL Network. Are you in the movie?
There's a couple what they call Easter eggs in the movie that may be able to keep an eye on and see if you can find me and my wife.
Easter eggs.
Yes, that's what they like to call it when they give individuals little cameos or throw them in little spots in the background in the movie. So there's a couple little things in the movie.
Did you have approval on Zach Levi, who plays you?
No, I had no approval when it came to the casting. Left that up to people that are much smarter than me, but Zach does a great job. I think when you think about the casting, you're always thinking about, okay, does he look like me? Is the most important thing. And obviously Zach looks like me, but it really comes down to what they do on the big screen. And Zach and Anna, I thought did a great job of playing myself and my wife in this movie.
All right, you're going to call the Cardinals and the Colts. Which team do you have a better idea of who they are right now?
I'm probably going to say the Colts. As amazing as that might be, with the Cardinals being the number one seed just a couple weeks ago, they're just not playing very well on either side of the ball and not playing great offensively, which was really their calling card with the way Kyler was playing early in the year. And the Colts, even though I think you got some questions about the quarterback position and what Carson Wentz can be in that moment and down the stretch, what you know about them is they're going to play great defense and they're going to run the football, and you're going to get that every time out. So I would probably say I have a better feel for what the Colts are right now than the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm not ready to christen the Cardinals as one of those favorites for the NFC. They can have a nice record, but I just want to see them in a big moment, and I just don't know yet. There's a couple of those teams, though, Kurt, when you think about it. I don't know what Tampa's going to be like at the end of the season. I don't know what the Cardinals are going to be like. I don't know, is Dallas consistent enough? And the Rams too. There's a lot of teams where you're just not sure how good they can be. Can you win back-to-back games? Can you win on the road? Out of those teams, which one do you like the best?
Well, I think I still lean towards Tampa simply because of Tom Brady, and we know what we're going to get from him in the moment. I think that becomes the question for me is, it's so much about the quarterback when you get to the playoffs. And can that quarterback put together a consistent run of 3 or 4 games? Because that's what it takes to win a championship. And yes, you win championships as a team, but you have to have good play at that position. And the teams that you mentioned probably outside of Tampa are the teams that you say, okay, we've seen those quarterbacks play great in moments. We've seen them play at an MVP level. But do we know that we're going to get that every single time they show up in the playoffs? And that remains the question for me as well. As good as I think, all those teams that you mentioned can beat anybody on any given Sunday, no question. Can they do it 3 or 4 straight times?
4 rookies made the Pro Bowl. If you were drafting Micah Parsons, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Rashawn Slater.
You probably got to go Micah Parsons. He's been such a difference maker. Rashawn Slater, I think, has been great too. And knowing how important a left tackle is, building around a guy like that can definitely see it. But Micah has been so good and so dominant so quickly, can do so many different things. I probably go that direction, knowing what we know now and knowing what his ability is as a pass rusher and as a linebacker. Probably lead that direction, but Rashawn Slater is probably right behind it.
You had that moment of frustration for Brady against the Saints where he's talking to the Saints sidelines. You ever do that when you play?
Um, not too often. Not too often. Tried to never let somebody feel like they got the best of me or I was doing something out of character. If it ever happened, it was probably more on my sideline where I got into it with my coaches or another player on my sideline more than I did it to the other team. Because I think once you start to get out of character, the other team goes, we got him now. Let's continue to ride that thing.
Well, good luck with the movie. My best to Brenda. And we'll be watching the Colts and the Cardinals. That'll be kickoff at 8 Eastern exclusively on NFL Network. Merry Christmas to you, Kurt, and my best to the family.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to everybody there on your crew.
Thank you, buddy. That's Kurt Warner, the movie American Underdog, in theaters everywhere on Christmas Day.